final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Confidence. Its one-year mission to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where no one has gone before.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nat 13's Star Trek Ascendance. I'm your Game Master, August Schmid, and with us, as always, this time of the week, are the wonderful members of Alpha Shift, and a special guest star coming in from the Strike Team. We have Lincoln playing Gibbon. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, you all suck.
I know.
And here we go. Last we left our wonderful, intrepid crew sailing through the stars. An unfortunate loss of a commanding officer, Chief Science Officer Jumbo. After the funeral, the ship getting hijacked both physically and metaphorically, where your bodies were swapped around with each other, having to deal with learning each other's strengths and weaknesses, with a full Breen attack, the ship somehow being in the middle of the Gamma Quadrant, all thanks to Q, that lovable dick of a rascal. As we all learning our lessons, getting back to our own bodies, coming back to ports outside of Earth, Lawrence, having done a bit of recon and investigation into some of your old crew and some of the goings on in the galaxy, learning how there is some strange doings happening over in the neutral zone. All of these concurrent with what seems to be one Robert the Terrible. Now, Keeks Drum, as known in Klingon, this warlord from an ancient time, cybernetically altered, making your case to the captain, who agreed to check it out, that this was something of importance. We won't get there immediately. We're right now traveling at about Warp 3, because as we go, there's going to be places to discover and learn from, finding ways in and out of civilizations, doing a lot of normal exploration before we really hit neutral edge of Klingon space. That being said, there is a lot to go on. Alice, finding time to start dating Tendo Renz, engineer from some of the lower decks. And, of course, who can forget Aaron, Namorum, and Tyler, all of your trainings. Of course, for Tyler and Aaron, starting to really work on not only dexterity, but constitution and strength. And Namorum really starting to go into heavy simulatory intelligence and wisdom-based testing.
Wisdom and charisma.
We begin.
Actually,
charisma,
then I might want to ask you something. If
Yes.
those are the tests you're doing. Well, if we're looking for doubles partners,
Looking for doubles? Who we playing?
I've been working on it.
You need to work on your social skills. You will now play ping pong.
I'll help you with social skills. I can't help you with anything
Let me
else.
tell you, ping pong is actually a very divisive game.
Oh,
You don't-
oh, trust me, I'm a ping pong
That's not a
champion.
good social game.
It's just like
Use him to
I was
ping
gonna
pong.
say I'm gonna kill this kid if it's just a ping pong.
Oh, really?
Just explode.
Would you both like to roll me,
Gosh.
we'll call this dexterity. Lawrence, I think I'll have to give you advantage, though, just because this is your
Because you don't have a
This
hand.
is your-
speciality.
your
Well,
entire
because you've
thing.
got
This is-
proficiency
I
in
know how to
games,
do this.
Dexterity.
right? Dexterity and proficiency because you excel in these card games and board games. Or games.
That's a natural one.
Now,
So that makes it a +3. Or excuse me, no, that's a 3. Yeah.
I got a total of 16.
16. Namorum, one loss is acceptable. 2 is a bit hurtful. When this cucumber with no hands beats you at a game 16 matches in a row, is cheap.
Oh man.
16 matches in a row really starts to hurt.
Do you need me to grab you some?
And you gotta just admit, it's probably magic.
Yeah.
It's not magic, it's Radio Shack.
It's Radio Shack.
Oh wow.
I'll pull it out all the
As
time.
we head on into some of our other bits, shall we say, we are actually going to cut.
I'm so sorry.
Oh boy. What did
Alice,
you do?
I think it was time for your date with Nintendo.
Did you hear what he said?
Not at all.
Okay.
You say
The camera did
Lincoln,
get it.
how piece of fried chicken is.
You're
Don't worry about it.
Anybody
It
else
wasn't
want to nap?
anything offensive.
It was good.
Just
It's just weird. I know.
I said that
Yeah,
technically
thank
speaking,
you
I
so
have
much.
extra
Shelby,
chromosomes, and he
Lincoln,
went, oh,
Chantal.
Cheryl.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh
What's love in my heart?
It's fine.
Listen, other species and other persons have more or less. It's what they
No,
do with their
exactly.
lives.
We
Right?
talked about cauliflower parts last time in
We
my
did.
campaign.
Yeah.
So, stuff happens.
I'm sorry, that's supposed to be.
Look,
like-
who told you about that? I mean, what?
You don't want to know.
It was a whole thing.
Oh, that was nice.
We see though, cutting in, Alice. You and Tendo do a full holodeck date. And here's what I'll ask you. How well do you want this date to go? That's a very natural thing when you go on a date, there's always that level of if I want a second date or if we're just kind of shooting the breeze. How hard are you really trying, Chose?
I'm not necessarily looking exactly for a second date, but
Gotcha.
I'm genuinely interested in him as a person.
All right. Here's what we'll do.
I know it sounds bad, but it's kind of just I want to find love, but I'm really just honestly looking for...
Start dating around the ship, right?
Yeah.
Let's do maybe we're gonna call
Probably
this
only one person you shouldn't date
an
on the ship.
insight
That was
opposed
gross.
check. You're both going to be making insight checks because Tendo is also, or you're about to find out what he's looking for, what you're looking for. Let's see how well this date goes.
Oh boy.
Here we go, insight check.
Okay, I was gonna say the box of doom. Ooh.
Interesting.
Insight.
you're good.
Insight?
Insight check.
Okay. La, 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 la.
That sounded like it was very good.
Yeah.
26.
26?
I rolled a 19 plus 7.
Oh my god.
I will let you know. Tendo rolled a synthetic 3. With a 2 plus 1. You are on this date. And I will tell you exactly what Tendo's thinking. He'll get nothing in return. If that makes he is just kind of that he's on it.
Can I tell that he's clueless?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be really nice.
For an engineer, intelligent person, Tendo is very much, he's on this date it's that, okay, this is fun. You realize very quickly he doesn't know what he wants.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes sense.
And I mean, I did kind of spring it on him, and he was like,
He's I will say, I did make what we're calling a performance-based check. It's a really fun day. He plans out a lot of fun stuff, replicates some food to bring to the holodeck, It's nice. You realize he is completely unsure of himself the whole time.
Oh, buddy.
There's that classic, I gotta ask, what's your favorite color? And he gives you 3 different colors throughout the date. Blue. I think I like purple better. And by the end of the day, just yeah, I guess I'm green. And so it's that, on a 2 insight, he has no clue what's going on. He's hoping it's going great. You have every shall we say, the power play is in your court directly, as no matter what happens,
all the balls.
he may or may not ask a second date just because he doesn't know what to do now. It's a very classic, what just happened? Was that good or bad?
I'll ask him how he's feeling.
After you see, that was fun. Yeah. And you had fun.
Yes, I did.
I had fun.
Are you okay?
I did. No, I'm okay.
Please let us be there exiting the other holodecks.
You're-
Oh my god.
The other 3.
Make me a pure luck check.
I'm just like, I'm gonna be
be
standing
not
tall.
right.
Oh
No
no,
matter
I
what,
just
it's
I
just
just
like-
kind of
Despite
snapped on
holding
the
a
fruit
losing
I
paddle.
replicated.
He's
it's a
totally
10.
checking out his temperature, trying to see if something's wrong.
You're just
I'm totally
Just
fine.
power.
no.
I think
Okay,
I
you
gotta
think-
go.
Because of your
Should I
size
go?
And this
I think I should go.
Okay.
Shadow of the Colossus.
I might
Battle
have
axe
work.
every day.
Uh-huh.
Shadow of the Ping Pong.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see you
Yeah, see ya. Yeah. And he does the awkward hug where he goes,
Oh, no.
yeah.
This poor kid.
as Tenda walks away, it's that very obvious. Once he's so far down the hallway, he thinks he's out of range, and he kind of gives that like forehead smack, but then turns the corner.
It's a little cute.
He's dumb.
It's a little
It's
cute,
so
but he's
sad and
very
cute.
dumb right now.
So dumb.
Dude,
So dumb.
Moron's gonna be
Really.
like thinking in his 10,000 years of like standing guard at the Imperial Palace, and of all the weirdest and most awkward things he's seen,
This is
This
it.
is it.
I've seen
Wait, are
lifetimes.
you guys standing around?
I will say.
So we're like walking out of our own
And we're like,
context.
Out of the holodecks, which now have official sign-up sheets, I will say to do anything else, you're going to have to make me an initiative check to sign up for holodecks now, as they've gotten
That's a
so.
natural 13.
Ooh, natural 13.
You want to?
Screw it.
We're working.
I'm gonna piggyback off of his if mine doesn't work.
Yep.
Every time.
On the
no,
13,
again,
it would have been that like
Nomura,
you
you wanna
rushed
work
in
together?
and
That's an
realized
11.
everyone's now signing up.
We're training together.
You two will be able to
Yeah.
train together.
Cool.
Well,
So,
everybody's asleep.
Dirty
Um,
13.
Dirty 13.
I will ask, so, because I just want to bump up, like, my wisdom and charisma 1 up, and then work on my dexterity. How close am I to that?
I will say it's not like on a scale of 1 session to 4 sessions, or something.
Okay.
It's like
okay.
maybe not this session or next, but you think it's close.
Okay,
It's that like
okay.
pending any other wild body swap, end of the world, we just stop training. We should have time. Because again, there is natural when you're training, you're working, you're still like applying what you know.
Yeah.
It's that unless something wild happens right now that would just halt or reverse progress, you think it's coming soon. For everyone that's like been really pushing.
Okay. I just
Um,
wanted to confirm because it's just like,
yeah.
I just wanted to work on it as soon as possible. But yeah.
Before my next shift, I'm gonna go back to my room. And I'm gonna actually text how they stand.
You message Patty.
Aw.
Are you? So you've got a couple because obviously, I didn't put it on. Wow, that was like such a when you like look for something and it's not there. You have your comm badge, of course, which is just like ship-wide channel, but you can make it a little more personal. I will also say you have the option of either datapad like text traditional, or because you use more often your tricorder, you could like do what's called like that video time on your tricorder. Is there any specific way you want to like communicate to Patty?
Oh, I gotta spill some tea. So we know we gotta do the FaceTime.
You gotta FaceTime.
Oh.
Yeah,
FaceTime,
I'm gonna go back to my
walkie-talkie,
room and we
texting.
go like plop down on my bed. My
like
fun
FaceTime,
little
talking
beautiful
about
heart-shaped bed.
I just
Smells
made
nice.
a pure luck check. You plop down. Within a second, the tricord goes off, and you see a weirdly smooth android, and hear shit, and immediately the screen goes blank. Can you video time me in like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
As
Wow.
in 5 minutes.
Classics got game.
Hey, Patty was having a end of her date as well.
Yes, the Grand Canyon, right?
What does the scene look like? I'm so confused.
It's that very much like, because it took a second of like, that's not a human body. That would have been that immediate like, oh, I should turn off. But it's that like, what is it? It's very oddly
I
smooth.
mean, I'm not unfamiliar.
But it's
with human anatomy
naked.
anyways.
What is that, like a model? It looks almost
It's
android, and that's when the camera went off,
Like
right?
crap.
And, 5 minutes
Oh,
pass, and you get video call from Patty.
I answer it.
This Andorian is what we would normally call beet red, is lilac purple.
I'm
Oh.
And just-
sorry.
You're good. I thought I had silenced and turned it off. It's fine. Orson was just heading back to the bridge. Anyway, what's up?
I just had the most awkward date of my life.
Oh my gosh. Do you want me to come over, or do you just want to talk?
Yeah, I want to talk.
Give me a minute. I'll bring booze. Immediately, Patty's walking. You see, she is wearing like throw-on shirt and shorts, like very much like. Listen, I have some Romulan ale I picked up from a friend. I know it's not total. Here, spill.
Okay, so like I could totally tell you had no idea. He gave me like 3 different colors.
Oh
For his
no.
favorite color. I don't even. I'm pretty sure he probably doesn't like green, and he just said it out of panic.
Oh.
I feel so bad because I feel like I made it worse by being the one that
No,
asked
no,
him.
no. You never make it worse. If that's how they're acting, that's not you, right? Like,
I don't know. And then there's this Tyler kid. I'm not really sure.
is he the one? Did he have that broken foot? I think I met him.
He's the broken foot.
He's the
Wow.
he's broken foot. Okay.
He's from 2022, and that's how he's known.
Broken, yeah, right.
That's confidential
Broke
information.
foot
Okay,
guy.
but like,
let me
oh
tell you
my
something. So with me, is like I don't like going into a situation where I don't know all the like variables or whatever. And I know
Yeah.
this sounds really weird, but like I have no idea what his anatomy is. I mean, like it's the same,
yeah.
but like
No, right?
What?
I just want to.
Before
I've never
evolution
had
could
the
have
chance
taken
to,
place
like,
with
study
this.
a
It's
real
like-
like 21st century like physiology.
would've
so
Oh
it's
my
really-
gosh. Okay, now I know.
I
It's
don't know,
not.
Would it be weird if I did his blood work?
No, I think you should. Okay, it's a whole. I'm sure it's a.
It's
real.
going for your blood.
I've heard that back in the 21st century that like
The clap was going.
anatomy was a bit weird. That they were really into like bodily mutilation kind of stuff.
No.
What is that
Rings.
referring to?
You mean like plastic surgery? That's what you're talking about.
Oh,
And
Okay.
that's so weird, right?
From what I can tell, he doesn't have any plastic surgery.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Listen, I mean, like, it's normal. Okay, tell me if this is too much, but like, Orson, like, he's got, you know, human biological based anatomy, right? So,
Yeah.
like, it works really well.
Uh-huh.
But, like, at the same time, I always have to wonder, like, is that, like, a choice? Will he change? Do I? We should ask, right? But, like, 21st century, that's so weird. Do his blood work. Do his blood work.
I just
I would
want to
say.
make sure that he doesn't have any like. I don't know. It's just very fascinating to me. I'm pretty sure there's like absolutely nothing wrong, but it's just like it's the
Yeah.
variable of the unknown that I want to know.
Listen, okay, my cousin,
wanna
she
forge.
hooked up with a Romulan once, and let me tell you, do the blood work. Okay, just it's worth it. It took like a month of her life off. She, oh my gosh, just do the blood work.
Okay.
You want some more? Here, I'll pour.
Yes.
And you better have a pretty good chat, just like
Oh.
off into the evening. I will say for the rest of you, all of you get a bright and early communication from higher up. Each of you see Alpha Shift. This is Commander Captain McTavish. Everyone report down to the shuttle bay. Meet with Commander Gibbon. Dismissed.
On the way, I think, meeting up and like, alrighty, we ready to head?
Yeah, that like coming out of rooms while people are moving in and
It's
out.
like,
Yeah.
cool. I don't think I've told you why I went to the camp yet. During the funeral, I tried to make a call back home and nothing got through. Granted, it was kind of weird since we were on Earth, but then I did some digging, found out about Robert. He's been terrorizing that area where my crew was sailing.
Allegedly.
There's very good proof.
There's very good proof.
I'm sorry. The only remains from the ravaged outposts were the dents into an air canister of a cybernetic left arm. That was the arm Robert had. Sorry. I just thought I should bring this to everyone's attention since we need to be more open. Why do they keep
So,
sending me
clarification: are you saying just Robert or specifically
Robert
his full
the
title?
Terrible.
Okay, because it's just like
Okay.
it's like you gotta specify more on Robert.
Ivan Museum. Ivan the Terrible. He's
Ivan
terrible.
the-
What about Ivan
the
the
awesome.
Awesome?
The awful.
You guys, as you're talking about this, we will
That
actually
he could
cut.
prom.
Gibbon,
Yeah.
you are going to be getting a summons early morning before that natural wake up sector time. That basically just meet in the captain's ready room.
All right. I get up, throw on my clothes, because I sleep completely nude.
and
It's a very important detail you needed to clarify.
That's very. And actually, as you're putting, would you like to describe, at least for this group and this part of the session, what Gibbon looks like?
Absolutely. So Gibbon is a solid 7 feet tall. Let me pull up my Hero Forge so I make sure I'm.
Oh yes.
Oh no, I feel
Oh,
that
yeah,
one's
yeah,
like.
just
Lucky you! You
have
could
an
actually
image in
use
mind.
Hero Forge for your guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Gibbon is a
Cucumber.
solid 7 feet tall. He has deep green skin, but it's not reptilian. It's just like green tinted. He is wearing the standard battle armor. It's just what he wears all the time, except for it's open in the front and it's crop top. So it's just like.
And you're green.
And I'm green,
Okay.
and I have a 9-pack, just an absolute vicious.
We rolled
ego
for it.
down.
I already have his nickname. Whenever.
What are you, Lord Garmadon from the Ninjago movie? Fun fact, I counted. It's 9.
Is it 9?
I have,
Same thing with Batman. That
I
it's
have
weird.
a bloodstained, but it's like
I got
alien blood, so it's
bored
like
one day.
blues and greens battle axe that has been broken, so it's essentially just the axe and then like just enough for my hand, strapped to my side, and then my phaser. And other than that, I'm pretty. Oh, and I have a satchel that has 2 breeding mice or rats in it at all times.
That's actually an important fact that that group has come to accept. They're breeding rats, chinchillas, and guinea pigs because they have a lizard person who eats them, and the rest of the group has also just started eating them.
Yeah.
What?
I'll slurp
Snacks.
it. It's like a Kool-Aid packet.
It's like snacks. Imagine if you could put 2 Pringles in a can, carry it around with you, and every so often there were more Pringles in.
Make that Doritos.
And that's what I look like.
I love
That's
that.
what you look like.
My hair is
Don't
pretty disgusting.
know how to feel about
I love
that.
it.
Yep. You walk in. In the ready room, you see McTavish is staying there. First Officer Katira is in there, as well as you see Orson, this android.
Important question.
Yes.
Does Captain McTavish have anything new on his uniform?
We've yet to get there. That will be
and that hasn't
tonight.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't there supposed to be a package on my bed?
We'll get there in a second.
Oh.
13, 14, 15, 16. I miscounted. Garmadon is 16.
16
Batman was
halves?
9.
Walking in, you see Captain McTavish just
No, that's what.
right. Commander Gibbon, come in.
Batman
Take a
was
seat.
One with a 9.
Thank you, Captain.
Commander, of course, as you know, we're heading on our way to the neutral zone towards the Klingon Empire.
11 pack.
On the way, Starfleet has asked us to. There's a trio of
Let's see how
planets
many
that are
there
coming in.
is.
Nighthog, Rataskar, and Veron Verin. We just want to get some crews ready to go down. Tell me, of course, your strike team, all competent. What do you know of the other crews and ships?
Jack shit, Captain.
You see, at this point, the first officer, Katira, this like very pink woman, just kind of like starts giggling, and you see the android. Just, this is, of course, why we have called you into the captain's quarters today. It is our feeling that you, as chief security officer, should be learning and working with the other ships aboard the Confidence.
I agree. I have not had time. What with
Right.
everything that's happened since we.
So what we're going to give you some time as our security officer. Go ahead. You're going to start with the Alpha shift. I want you to bring them down to Nidhogg. Nidhogg. Nidhogg.
That's an old Nordic word.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, it's a Earth term. It was discovered
Yeah,
a while
basically
back.
like a dragon.
Yeah. So we just want you to take them down. We're going to go in. We believe there is, of course, sentient life. Standard first contact. I myself will be going down to Ratatskir, and we'll be figuring out who's going to Venir Folnir. But take the crew down to Nidhogg. Alpha shift. Make first contact. Set up, of course, some of our preliminary equipment and supplies. Be Starfleet. I haven't really done that yet.
Please, Starfleet.
Yes, sir.
That's the best advice we can give.
You see this big old lion man, very white fur, just right. Dismissed.
Bye.
I just
And
turn around and walk
you
out.
kind of, as turning
I
around,
can't.
you do catch the energy. Captain, I do have a suggestion. As door closes,
Is there no way I could just lean in and listen to that?
yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh gosh.
Oh, where's my dice?
You make an August
Break
roleplay
the
worse
door.
and longer.
Yes.
Door back up.
Listen, he's roleplayed him in many ways.
No,
I-
I
yeah.
just squat. That's
I've worked roleplay Orson a lot for this campaign as a whole.
He's everywhere.
Six. You go into here as you put your ear again. Door opens and the first officer. You realize that First Officer Katir was following you out, and so it's not like she's just right up next to your
I
ear.
hit my head on the door, so I was just resting for a second.
Oh,
Can
God.
I just real quick before. How much time do I have before I meet Alpha Team?
Oh, that's just on your own. She checks her datapad. We still have about 600 hours before we need to go. Just start prepping, getting everything ready.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna swing down to the med bay real quick and then.
All right. I'm sending over your mission parameters for you, and you're gonna get that in the cloud. Basically, it is the make first contact, set up a transmission station amongst the people down there, let them get to know Starfleet. Basically, introduce a planet to the galaxy.
Having you hit your head on a sliding door.
I hit my
Doesn't
head.
matter. It worked.
I will say, with Katir's passive insight, she either didn't realize the lie or didn't care. Probably the latter. Our first officer and captain are really chill, it seems.
It's just like another one.
Here we go. As we head on down, you guys, in heading to the transport station, have, of course, Transport 92.
Within
Uh,
a hole.
This is,
Oh, no, you got-
that was Transport
Strike
55.
65.
Officially now named
Bears.
the Baggerats.
Yes. Yes.
The Baggerats is Transport
And it
55.
has spray painted on the stenciled on the side, like a big bag bulging with rats inside of it, and then like 2 or 3 rats crawling out the front.
The Baggerats.
That's awesome.
You guys have
Oh, we
access
really
to, of
need to
course,
name ours.
Transport 92, whatever you want to name it.
Well, what did we? I did have a name, but
Well, why not?
What do you think? What do you think, Nomura?
Oops.
With your 10,000 years of experience, what's a good vessel name?
Excuse me.
it should apply to all of us. We are very diverse in our operation.
I think it should be Millennium Falcon.
Where's that?
How's my crew see?
Make me
Oh.
a pure luck check. Pure luck check.
You know we
I
stream a
see
lot
it.
of classics.
Yeah,
I
you
see
have.
You
As a
know we
connoisseur
stream
of,
a
like,
lot of
thousands
classics.
of years
18.
of experience.
18.
Oh.
I'll say, yeah, enough people understand the reference of, like, the Millennium Falcon. Is that weird Earth movie?
Yes, I like it.
I agree.
And I will say, given this is where you see Alpha Shift talking about this and walking up towards
Star
you.
Trek, but it's so much fun.
And we can roleplay that because Alpha Shift, you were just
I was
told to
gonna say
come
the
to
Destiny
Transport
Descendant, but
92 and
I mean,
get
that
ready
sounds nice
with
too, by the
the
way.
Chief Security Officer. So all of you see Gibbon kind of leaning up against the ship.
What's his rank?
Commander. That is why.
I will salute. And then
I just fully laughed.
I don't know how to salute,
Get
but
out
you
of
know
my
what?
face.
There.
Get that shit.
Understood,
Just
sir.
take this hand.
Oh no!
No,
Not
I-
for you. No,
I-
I won't be saluting you.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
you're the only one I know. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good
yeah.
to see you again.
Neither of us salute. One can't and one
One
doesn't
can't,
want
one
to.
won't.
One won't.
Two salute. What does Tyler do?
You look like
I
a character
guess-
from Dragon Ball Z, so I don't know how I feel about you, but
Please let me make another check.
Not for anime.
Love that show.
we're gonna be friends.
You just go with it.
I
Please,
just
you
give
know
you a
he's
very
cheap.
casual salute.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, have you guys been briefed on what we're doing?
Absolutely not, sir.
Would you care to explain?
Yeah, so we're going down to this planet Eggnog, and we're gonna set up basically first contact. So
Okay.
we have a couple of some communication devices. We have some other random. To tell you the truth, guys, I don't know. It's all loaded in the shuttle though, so we should be good to go.
I've had training in first contact setup, sir.
Wonderful. As far as I'm concerned, you're gonna be taking point on this one. Here's the deal, though. You all have blanket permission to set your phasers to 12 if you need to.
I'm sorry.
Just be
what?
smart about it. I don't care.
Aaron and me to vaporize.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
Calm down,
just figure I'll say it now in case we get separated or something, and you're like, oh, I can't, and then you died because I wasn't there to, whatever. I don't care. You guys ready?
I like this guy.
And then I pull a rat out of my bag, it's like Indian burn it so bad it rips in half. It's like,
oh.
let's go.
Tyler throws up.
Yes,
Is
full
that-
on to go.
I'm
Roll.
rubbing
Spill
his
it.
I'm rubbing his
Aaron
back.
throws up.
Aaron,
Screw it, this is
all that
boss.
sympathetic
Sorry,
puking. I'm
also,
like,
guys,
"What?"
I just need- me as Lincoln, I have always played characters who have tried to be like smart and tactical. So
This
playing
is the
Gibbon is
first
just this is
time.
literally the first time in D&D that I've played somebody who's not smart.
You get to be
So-
him.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
You
love
get
it.
to live the good side of D&D.
Yeah, right. The
I
fun
don't have to
side.
be-
What do you mean the fun side?
Um,
you can have fun, but it's like, excuse
Excellent.
Punch
me,
first.
DM.
Here we go.
Ask
We-
questions later.
Never
Everyone is going to get, of course, getting onto the ship. We're heading down to the planet Nidhogg. Here's kind of the base assignments. Of course, Commander Gibbon is in charge of the operation. Going through Nemorum, you are on security detail, of course, as well as just working, because technically Gibbon is your superior officer in that sense of like, oh, I'm a security fighting type guy. This is who I answer to.
Yeah.
Aaron been given the point, of course, for first contact. With Alice, you are, of course, on medical duty. Your job is, of course, to keep the crew healthy and meeting, of course, the natives. Start scanning, see if they need any medical or scientific
As well as
help.
checking for any unknown diseases. Any diseases we do know.
Which does help fall in. Tyler, both of you are looking for the new diseases. Of course, starting to catalog and coordinate local flora and fauna, looking at some of that science, especially in xenobiology. Lawrence, you, of course, on ops are going to be mostly in charge of with the shuttle and the setup of the equipment. And Aaron just being that commander's role, working with Commander Gibbon, working through. Again, really well balanced group comparatively. It's fun. Let's.
Now what's gonna go wrong?
Now, of course, Gibbon, would you be the one piloting
We're not on the
Transport
Millennium
92?
Falcon, That doesn't make sense.
Who normally pilots this one?
We've never yet.
It's like
really-
I'm
we
sure-
spin the bottom.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
raise my
usually
hand.
I'm not that
It's like-
great at piloting. I know Lawrence he's pretty proficient.
Yeah, Gibbon, you look at the
Like,
3
I
foot,
think
4
that's
foot
hands.
cucumber with no hands. Like,
He can fly pretty well.
You'd be surprised.
the sigh.
Look, distrust him.
Alright.
Yeah, if it goes badly,
We
we'll
can always
explode.
just yeah.
I'm gonna sit like uncomfortably close behind him, just like ready to take the wheel.
The parent, first time driving.
Exactly.
I'd like to pull Tyler aside real quick.
I'm not ready.
Can I actually like silently scoop up some of this throw into a bottle?
Oh! You need to do the. Oh!
Please let me see this.
You see it.
That is disgusting.
And
I have
Aaron.
to-
If you need DNA, just grab like some of my hair, my blood, or something. But
This
Uh,
is it.
Aaron, you pull Tyler aside before the shuttle takes off.
Okay.
So he gave us like permission for vaporize, but if we're gonna be interacting with any locals, I probably shouldn't be vaporizing. So I'm gonna leave mine unstunned, but I want yours on vaporize. So if things
I
go south,
will
you
do
can go
that.
pow. You're
without
good at that.
Any
Did you
hesitation.
bring your
Perfect.
Glock?
I did bring my Glock. Oh.
21st century gun, motherfucker.
Say it again.
You'll notice as we sort of he nods to you. He picks up off the ground these like 3 bandoliers of grenades that he just puts over his shoulder.
I forgot to also put down with your gun. It
Uh,
does deal
gambling.
1d10 piercing. That's
For the
actually
Glock.
for the
Okay.
Glock because
Nice.
important to note in the future, where a lot of our weapons in this futuristic setting are energy damage, kinetic. Piercing is actually really nice. It's the equivalent of, if you know Star Wars, you can use bullets in Star Wars
It's
because
like,
what
bro,
Jedi's
The
gonna
Jedi are like, oh, I was so
dodge
fun.
this, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
like,
it's
so-
Okay, cool. This is a
Yeah.
buckshot.
yeah, right. Like I would
And
love
I'm
for you
assuming
to
I'm
force.
proficient with it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Or
Well,
a
because
flamethrower.
everyone's got a firearm phaser-esque proficiency.
Would I be allowed my rapier by myself?
Oh yes. Everyone, again, for first contact, your loud weapons. It's more that just, of course, try not to like whip them out at natives.
I have
'cause
everything on me. I got the phaser, the Glock, the dagger,
On the way,
staff.
I was able to get a phaser rifle for
Actually,
because I've been training in them.
that would have to come from the chief security officer. So, Gibbon, are you going to allow Aaron to have a phaser rifle?
I've been training. I'm certified.
Get it.
Everyone whispering. In
Here's the deal. Your dad seems like a hard ass no.
That's a Gibbon in this book looks at the name Shaw and the dad. Ooh, no.
Absolutely. Maybe late. You know what? You can put it in the shuttle, but you cannot bring it with you.
Understood, sir. I will put it in the shop.
I'm gonna stealth hand. I'm gonna put that on my back in case he needs it.
Slide of hand, put it on your back. Go for it. Yeah.
Let me know what you
I'm
get.
gonna pull out this really beautiful, like,
I don't know. You want to like,
gorgeous, and flip it open, and it's like a
not
blade
bad.
as long as my forearm.
That's lower than 14.
No, I got an 18.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
I was gonna
It's
say,
You've got
I'm
the
not
blades.
because I don't know you guys yet. But
Beautiful forearm long blade, phaser rifle
that's
snuck
like-
in,
Bolter spear. You know.
and we are going to head down to the planet. Approaching Nidhogg, the first thing that you all see is that this planet is lush with vegetation. Very much what we would call a tropic for about 80% of the planet's surface. Eventually you get far enough to their poles, which what we know is actually more on a horizontal based axis, just because they actually are dealing with what looks to be in the system 2 different suns, and so they are in a bit of a figure 8 rotation. Moving in towards the planet, base scans, no check needed. What you're all going to be able to know is there are large settlements along what seems to be the western and eastern hemispheres, if we were to go by galactic north settings. These major settlements do seem to, of course, have communication with each other, as all persons on this planet do seem to be of one accord. Kind of base scans, intercepted stuff is, okay, they have a more unified world government. It's why Starfleet said, hey, let's introduce them. They're in the galaxy. Let's see if they're ready for first contact, because everything seems to be going really well on this planet.
Okay.
What I will say is for Tyler, with science, can you go ahead and give me a nature check on some of the
Hey,
scans?
you want
you're
a bardic
finding?
with that?
I do one thing.
Yeah.
Before I'm letting anybody
No.
get off this transport and undo the airlock, I'm checking air quality and I'm checking for any airborne parasites.
Good. Go ahead, give me.
You want guidance?
Fungus as well.
I got this.
Yeah,
Oh.
you got a thing for fungus?
Not
Thank
me
you.
personally, but
The rats.
what is it called? Starbase Alkali got screwed over by some fungus.
Alright.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Let's go!
You want bardic or guidance?
They'd see you and we'd be dead.
Sure.
Cool.
I like that.
Which would you like, the D4 or the D6?
Give me that D6, baby.
Cool.
You
Bardic?
Here we go.
Alright. One second.
18. Let's see also what we get.
1 second. I got the math.
You're good.
Math.
Math that.
Oh,
Jesse, we need to math.
That is
Mathematical.
So you
15.
want to cook math?
okay.
It's not terrible. It's
Jesse.
like
We need to find the value of X.
Quite new. On a 15,
no, sorry,
18.
16.
16.
That's better.
Tyler, looking through, there is some interesting readings. Here, notice a sample seems to be on this planet. This is something that is called tritanium on an 18. Tritanium, to give the literal, kind of base overview, 21.4 times harder than diamond. It's found on a lot of planets, and the ability, of course, to melt tritanium used to be beyond Federation weapon technology. It's, great. What you know is tritanium is something used in a lot of ship hull plating that Starfleet has started to use, because if used correctly, is indestructible. In fact, some of your invulnerability drive uses tritanium. There seems to be raw tritanium on this planet, which is incredible. Of wow, we had yet to really know this until we got close, and now there's tritanium. On a 16, everything on the planet's surface seems to be inhabitable for carbon-based life form. That does also include whatever Commander Gibbon is, a Phytologian Vegetarian, which
What
deals
are
in.
you?
I don't know.
He's gonna make it.
You mind?
Take it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna analyze blood.
Yeah, go for it. That's going to be some. I will tell you, it'll take about an hour, even with your tricorder, just because it's going to go through a
Oh,
bit
it's
of
a
a process.
spell.
Oh, right. You're not using your tricorder face.
Symbiotically analyzing it.
Use the weed.
I
looks at
literally
it.
am. That's basically it.
Blood.
Blood.
Scrumptious.
There's no immediately known hostile fungi on this planet outside of what is called the acceptable parameter. Like, obviously, if you find a deep, dark, dank enough cave somewhere, you're going to find a fungi that's probably not
Toxic,
safe for
black cat.
organic material.
Mhm.
But in of itself, the planet actually seems to be a relatively safe space.
Okay.
You do know within another 6 cycles, what we would call another week on this planet, it would enter a state of rotation where it would become a little more difficult to breathe for more carbon-based life forms. But that's more of just like, we might want a mask if we were like working out, if that makes sense. Imagine like
Okay.
up in the mountains.
Gotcha. As far as his blood goes, I'm looking for monstrosity, undead, or humanoid. Any diseases or poisons. Obviously, he's still alive, so I'm not going to ask for that. And you know the creature's name, if applicable, age, and alignment.
In the more, am I
Wow.
weird questions?
Can I be around when this happens?
If I
25 years
cast
old.
this at ninth, I will have the memories of the creature from the last 24 hours prior to the blood being spilled. You guys, this spell is nuts.
Is this before or after our last session?
This is
This is
before
right?
last
Okay,
session.
goodness.
It's everything. Well, it's like it's also that weird interim of technically
Y'all
you
make
have the
you-
body swap, but also
I was more worried about them seeing everything that happened with Trish.
yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
Whoa!
You know,
Gibbon
what?
has started a bit of a relationship himself.
But I was talking to Trish.
Alice,
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Nomura can't be mad.
no.
Okay, well, as soon as Nomura takes the armor off, you know
Alice,
it's gonna fail.
I need you to bring that. Would you meet me in the hallway for a secret talk? As there's stuff you will get to learn.
Another one of these.
What the heck are you?
Literally, as Lincoln, no clue. As Gibbon, also no clue.
As
I'm
everyone.
just kinda here.
Cool.
This is neat though, because going through Starfleet and everything.
You guys,
nothing on the
I'm gonna do
print,
this on
like,
every
actual
single one of
official
you.
records
Oh,
says, like,
please no.
Not
I mean, I'm like a
on me.
stupid.
Just saying that
As a
right now.
person, I do this, but my species is like,
Non-existent.
it's not even connected.
It's like
to
Yoda
anything.
in Star Wars, where it's just like unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
They just don't even ask. They're like,
Ba-
we're not gonna
Yoda
talk about it.
species. That's it.
He is
you know?
Yoda. That is what you need to know.
Baby Yoda. That's all you need to know.
Hey, question, guys. I'm
What?
literally just building my deployment now because we've never
Yeah.
really had these ships. Do you just fill out the stupid sheet they have on Star Wars 5e?
You can.
Is there a different like
What
D&D
I
Beyond
did,
style? Like,
there isn't D&D Beyond one, but what I did, I used OneNote.
Okay.
So, and I'll show you what I don't have a deployment for Aaron because we haven't done anything with the ship, so it would make sense he doesn't have a deployment yet.
Uh huh.
Match
However, Orson,
Okay, so you just kind of tossed it all.
yeah,
in.
I just put it all in a list, copied and pasted, followed its directions,
Okay.
and was like, it walks you through it. It's just irritating sometimes.
Yeah, just because since we have the bag of rats, it's like, and we've already been off ship for both of our major missions
Yeah.
to this point, so like we're gonna be on it a ton. So I
Yeah,
want
you'll
to have
want some
deployments
stuff.
available, but it's
Because I got my deployments as Orson. I'm dual rolled. One of the funny things you can get, the Venture multi-rolled.
that's sick.
Uh,
And since we're
so-
level 4, we're rank 2, right? Is
I
that
do not
did I do
know.
that math right?
I don't know how.
I was
works,
trying to
actually.
find it, and that was the only thing that.
I think
I don't know.
technically we rank up in deployments when the game master says we do.
Well, I'm taking rank 2.
He doesn't want me to have rank 2 right now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking through like Star Trek because I know nothing of it.
Yeah.
But like, I realized, Lawrence's whole goal is that he just wants to tell stories and find somewhere solid. But like, is there like a lore master position in Starfleet? Because if so, I think
That would be called a computer, I think.
shut up.
Yeah. You might be. You could become a data bank.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I won't be able to play ping pong as well.
We use
Good. Yes, thank you.
we use you as a battery.
Oh god.
Yeah,
No.
he beat you at ping pong.
Yeah, he beat me at ping pong. Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Great.
Then I guess we're kind of all. Ian, would you get me several more pretzels and a cupcake?
Gibby requires.
Chocolate.
Which it's so because like so you're romancing Trish now.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't-
basically deployed
here's
this level up when
At the
August
party, Trish and I really hit it off, but I got
That's
scared and
over?
went home with Sal, and we just
Oh,
played
okay.
board games all night.
Sorry.
Fine.
Oh
Excellent.
jeez.
But then
Yeah.
after the Q incident, I went up, or I know after Jumbo's funeral,
Funeral.
I went and found her, and I was like, let's do
I,
this.
yeah, after
And we
Q,
had
I found out
lots
my
of
friends are
different
dead.
oranges.
Most likely.
Oh god.
I'll
Really?
get
Did
sick in
you?
the head.
Do you know you have stunted growth?
I'm like looking down, and you're like, what?
Huh?
Yeah, no, like something you're like either eating or doing in your daily life is actually stunting your growth. You're supposed to be taller.
Is lactose
Damn
intolerant?
it.
It's those rats!
It's
Think
a
about
rat!
Black Opal and how we're the same height, and I'm like,
It's, well, we can change that now.
oh, we can?
Yeah, through dietitianing, other things. We can even like look at go down into your genetic code and even break off some things if we have to. But
It's kind of
mainly
like
just what you're eating. It's probably the rats.
what we're
Oh,
talking
then I'll be
is
short.
because of there may be a disease, what we would quantify it as something that could be reversed and like help you finish
Yeah.
growing.
Oh, so it's not like my growth plates. It's,
It's
like,
like-
something.
So you're not
Something
lactose
in your
intolerant.
blood.
Yeah, let me know if you find out.
I eat milk,
what
therefore
that
I'm
is as
short,
I'm
right?
pulling
Yeah.
another rat out.
Do you
Yeah.
go through your day and write what you do, eat, and drink?
It's gonna be a big list.
I know.
Okay.
So yeah, given you get that bit of realization as you start in your SPO work, tech work, looking at all that. Oh no, the dice.
Oh, I thought that was something else, but oh
You're
my
good.
gosh.
We are heading down to the planet Circus.
It's just the
Um,
fact that you were like just hunched over, and it was just you're not
You
even
just
trying. You just
hear it, right?
Yeah, it just happens
So I will say,
sometimes
right
now.
now, the tritanium samplings, or this like tritanium that you're seeing on an 18, is rather intricate. In fact, it doesn't seem to be normal tritanium in it, so there might be something there. I will say, it is technically outside of the like normal planet, or the normal governmental cities and structures that they have.
I will relay that information to the whole crew.
Okay. So what you all know is now there's a choice. You could quickly go swing by and see what's going on down there, or you could start with a first contact and be like, let's go to like their cities first, and then see what's going on.
I believe they would know more of what's going on, so we should try first contact.
I say we distract them while we get their stuff.
We're
stealing.
Starfleet. We're not thieves.
Okay, whatever.
I understand being a pirate's important, but you could just be a pirate and watch TV shows all day. It's chill.
That's not really what being a pirate. You know what?
That's what I did when I was a
First
pirate.
contact.
That's what I did when I was a pirate.
This is acceptable.
Yeah.
You guys may remember TikTok.
So first contact, it's sounding like
Yeah.
you guys start heading down.
I'm gonna be. Oh wait, I need to roll on my spirit tables. Oh, sorry, silly songs.
Heading in to the city. Immediately, you all realize and recognize descending the transport down. It's very obvious in public, and already there are what seems to be ships, shall we call them, more not astro-based, but
Planetary.
planetary-based ships that are like rising, kind of other flying machine that are coming up to you guys. Inside, you are seeing the indigenous people here.
Question: who's going to do the most talking?
I'm pretty good at talking.
I only know English, bro.
Because I
I'm
can.
security,
Because what I
so
rolled
I'm
for
not
my
gonna
spirit
talk.
table,
I know
it
touch
basically
language.
gives them a D6 to all intelligence, charisma,
Yes,
and wisdom
please.
checks.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
familiar with this planet at
Boom.
all?
Not
From
really.
a past
Nidhogg, what is
3d6.
known as the Gortachi, is
For
their
the
name.
next 10 minutes?
The
Yeah, 10
Gortachi
minutes.
are what seem to be just like of people that are like being first contacted. So it's like, let's figure out who they are. What you're seeing is the Gortachi, vastly different from what we would call Earth planes. Like especially for Tyler coming from that like 21st century mindset, their plane systems seem to be running on a much more pure form of energy. There's not a lot of fuel output. It is kind of like air transport where it's just simple enough. The Gortachi have what we would call a bit of head indentation where their skulls have like what looks to be two frontal plates that do create this natural divot downward into a more sloped nose in. Their eyes, of course, are a lot more forward, and their ears, though, are a lot more in. Like most of their ears are closer to the sides of their head, what we would consider in a lot of reptile or amphibians and even avian. But as they're coming up in their planes, they don't have what seem to be like helmets on or masks. Their entire little pod that they're in seems to have display screens and other higher forms of technology. Of course, hundreds of years behind a lot of what the rest of Starfleet has. But they are slowly escorting you down to the planet's surface.
Oh, okay.
Does
So
it
they
look
seem
like
friendly.
their weapons are primed?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Hey, do you want guidance with that?
Sure.
D4.
I'm gonna say that a lot like a McDonald's employee. Would you like some guidance with that?
Well, I'm grateful, but that is a 1, so I have a 9 total.
9 total. You've never seen this style of ship before. Again, it looks like they're much that elongated, almost egg that has enough of a fin to the side. If they have weapons, you're not seeing any obvious weapons, so you should be okay.
I'll just pop off a calm emotions just in case.
Oh, to the other ships?
Just can I kind of
Just
throw
not
it out
good.
as a general consensus with my...
Yeah, I should.
Like people nearby will be like,
Kind
they're
of just
chill.
like we're here on friendly terms.
I
From
come
will
in
We
peace.
come in peace.
20-foot
I'm
radius
in
sphere have to make a charisma save. So that's going to be both ships, and I will say
To everybody
Bring it,
else
Lana.
here.
everyone here actually, yeah.
I'm gonna purposely fail.
everyone-
Make a charisma save!
Purposely fail. It gives out
Okay.
just breath of
I like
air.
to be
Let
on
me check.
edge.
Okay.
Dang it.
Ships fail.
Yeah, I failed.
I failed.
Fail.
Yeah, my Dave
Um,
I got a
but
natural
in-
13.
Oh, you're gonna for a total of
What
just
charisma
this
saving
roll
throw?
yeah.
Oh, Charisma.
15.
You pass.
It's a pass.
So you're not calm. I got it.
Well, I mean, you can be.
That is a
Just
natural
not before.
13
I'm
plus
always
7.
calm.
2 nat 13s. You guys are calmed, right? In the sense of like, as the spell goes off, you do get the feeling though, calm might be really, really good right now or really bad. On that nat 13 of like, there's a choice to be made.
Everyone's
You'll eventually
chill,
get to choose.
and
You might not need to be chill, or being chill might be the crucial thing. Upon approaching the planet, you see there is a group of what we would call obviously soldiers down below. Each have a form of what we would think of as a rifle on their backs, and in front of them is a person dressed in a draped cloth around either side, what we would consider a very simple toga-esque dress. As your ship descends, this person steps forward. You may all start heading out, and Aaron, if you're the one to talk, what would you like to say or do?
So have I gotten a vibe of what language I need to be speaking for them? Because with my
do you have a
linguist feat,
Mhm.
a communicator?
I am very
Places like
well versed in galactic dialects.
Yes, linguist feat in D&D.
Plus, it's for the D&D 5e, plus the me only sleeping 3 hours a night, what we discussed.
Here we go. As of right now, you get the feeling that you are going to need to speak, coming out of this part of the galaxy, an interpretive form of Orion, if that makes
Okay.
sense. It's a bit more of, you need a language that's a bit more interchangeable with their consonant and vowels, as well as the fact that this is a planet that seems more advanced to the point that linguistics should be more orally based through common sounds, what we would understand as words, rather than
Yeah.
simple other like noise or simple gesture. This species is revolving and
Complex
relying
language.
on speech.
And you said they're speaking in form of Orion.
A basic form of Orion.
I still don't know what languages I speak in this game.
I think
Oh,
if we have a
Phylogene
moment as we're
is
still walking towards them, I would just lean
I got like
in
one other from
and just be
background.
like, well, I mean, you guys were all on the ship when the pirates attacked. I wasn't, but like, you know, not calling the kettle black. Just saying.
Well, be careful. As I will approach. And I will speak in Orion.
I also speak Orion. What do you know?
Greetings. We come as representatives of the Federation. We are delegates of the ship, the USS Confidence, and we are here to greet you.
Man immediately looks intrigued by the fact you're speaking Orion. You get he's understanding this.
How sick.
You have come from your ship.
Yes.
You are here to then answer for your crimes. He nods. The soldiers all level.
What crimes?
The robbery and thievery of our planet's natural resources.
What?
This is the first time of which my people of the Federation have come in contact with you.
And yet, we have seen your kind in your uniforms and colors. Therefore, you will come with us and answer for your crimes.
Who's understanding this conversation?
Right now, these two, Gibbon, I actually think you don't speak.
I speak Celestial and Common because I'm just using a 5e character sheet.
Yo,
so
same.
let me
do
check my because I
have a
did
couple
build
questions.
a
I got Common,
Star Wars 5e
Druidic,
sheet. Let me see.
Dwarvish.
I speak English, Spanish, and Portuguese, guys. That's
Woo!
Hey yo.
I will say then, in this moment, you're gonna be translating for the rest of your
Yes.
crew, Aaron.
Can I get an inside check? Or actually, can I?
Let me know when
I
we've been
just
talking to
have-
them for a minute.
I don't
Okay.
have it.
I want to know.
Unfortunately,
who.
the man, he will introduce himself. Akuth Mishrush
Kuth Mithrash.
Just sent you a couple texts.
did roll a 19 to succeed against the common motions, which may explain some other bits. You messaged.
Can I?
The second one is kind of like, you know, we
Hmm.
can talk about that
Is there
later.
Second
any way
one.
I can link back to the ship real quick and let him know what's going on?
Like the
I
sheep
will,
ship? Weak ship?
if there is crime to be answered for, we wish to know how we can help. And
Excellent.
have we been speaking to them for a minute or so? I would like him to make an insight check.
I also made I also sent you a second
my
text
combo.
just to confirm.
DC 27.
Okay, all right.
1d7?
There's no way.
He is charmed by me.
Oh.
Nice.
All the weapons plate. Excellent. You can then come with us to speak with us further.
Yes. We would
You
love
will
to.
leave your transport. We will not touch it, but you will come with us into our capital building.
What's he saying?
We're gonna go talk.
Okay.
Do they want all of us to come, or should we leave anyone with the shuttle?
You think they really want you all to come. They don't
Okay,
want
perfect.
you guys splitting up.
They want us all to come. We're gonna go chat for a bit. We seem to be pretty friendly at the moment. Don't worry about the weapons. We're good.
The minute they take my eyes off me, I'm stealthing out.
I'm gonna relay
I'm
this
just gonna
to
sneak.
You're going
I need you to
sap.
make a preliminary stealth check then. Because there is about 20 different guards on you. So it is a much higher DC of 25.
I got a
it is.
natural 13.
Good lord.
With a total of 21.
I'll give you this on a nat 13.
Give me this. Is sneaking a good option?
Do you...
No.
I think
No, it's
sneaking
not.
the... You realize sneaking the way you first thought is a bad option.
Okay.
You could do something really, really helpful for the situation as a whole in a second. That would come at personal cost to yourself, or allow something to happen. Call it that intuitive something's about to happen. and you could do something that might cost something to you versus as a whole just kind of letting events play out.
I'm gonna do something that's gonna be beneficial for the group yet causing
Beneficial. Want to help everything out, but it might be there might be a loss is the word.
I
I'm
might
gonna
lose
use.
an arm or two.
First law of alchemy: equal in exchange.
You all start heading into. You realize that the transport pad that you kind of landed on does lead down into this beautiful grand building. All of these buildings and cities are built atop the jungle and natural vegetation.
They don't go into the trees of any kind?
They don't go into the trees. Or rather, it looks like out of the sides of the cities there are ways into the jungles and trees, but the people here have decided to live above the natural flora and fauna to better more coexist. In the idea of if we take the above and they take the below, we can more live in a
Harmony.
easier harmony.
Right.
As Mr. Rush kind of in that idea of the arresting of you guys, bringing you all along the platform, heading towards the city, I do need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20. Okay.
Total of.
Okay.
Let me get up my stats so I can tell you what it's a total.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
23.
23.
Yeah, nat 20 total of 25.
Dexterity?
And this is a saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay,
Is
that's
this something that I can see?
You can. Yes, that's important to note. Something that what's about to happen.
We
is
got
something
a
you can
barb.
see. You're gonna roll yours with disadvantage because of the choice you made earlier.
It's a 17.
You took a natural 20 out of my hand. It's still the 23 though.
23. Yeah.
That's a bloody 12.
By 12.
7.
7.
I got
Can my nat 20
16
help and
plus
cover?
2.
16 plus 2, 18.
17.
17. My
My 20
DC
help.
was 15.
Oh,
So-
great.
Then with
Aaron-
my 20, nat 20 plus 5 anything.
But I have a point of inspiration.
You do? have
Oh,
some
wait.
inspiration?
Yeah, I still have my inspiration.
You want me to reroll?
Reroll?
Oh, thank you.
Don't lose it.
Yeah, yeah. Because the DC is 15.
That's an 8.
8.
Defiant.
You're just
What
gonna
the
keep
heck?
trying.
Are you
this.
kidding me? That's a natural 2.
Uh,
That
11. If
is
I
bad.
defiant and roll a 4, I pass. But if I defiant and don't roll a 4, it doesn't
Is this a
matter.
creature entering?
I'll defiant.
It is not.
That didn't roll a dice tray. That's not a 4. I fail.
So, Nemorum and Aaron failed.
And both our defiants are
You
gone.
both failed. Tyler, you and Gibbon see this in the half a second before it happens. Walking along this bridge area, you notice right in front of you a red laser on the ground, about the size of an orange, that is blinking. Given, you of course have that split second realization of trap.
Ah, shit.
Tyler, you have that from Earth. This is a bomb. Explosion goes off. Tyler, you realize that the person leading you, Akuth Misrush, was about to step onto the laser. You made that choice, that nat 13 earlier, and without realizing, push him out of the way and leap over. So you still succeed on the check, but save this dude from a horrifying possible death.
You're welcome.
Everyone is going to, of course, take some damage, though.
Yay.
Let's go. Here we go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't want this thing no more.
Plus,
5,
wow.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love you.
Oh, that's not
I'll
the
take
other
55 points of damage.
one. Those that succeeded will take 24 half to 12 points of fire damage. Important to note.
It's a bomb. There's gonna be more kinds of damage, babe.
Oh, don't worry. I'm good.
For those that fail, take 24 total.
And it was
Nice to
15
know.
in
Not
my
24.
15 to pass.
That's exactly 2/3 of my hit points.
As
That's half the
more
fire.
than just that,
Oh,
What
Wait,
did
that's
you
more
get?
than half your hit points?
that's half of my hit points.
Gibbon, what did you succeed for the dex save?
17.
17. 17.
How much did the man who was leading us take?
Here's what's about to happen. Tyler and Lawrence and Akuth, the three of you are going to be on top of the platform. When the explosion happens, you three beat into the DC necessary needed to not only evade most of the big blast, but the platform itself, as it explodes, poof,
I got an 8.
you hear poof, 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 smaller explosions below in the steel support frame. Alice and Gibbon, I would like a secondary dexterity saving throw from you two
Okay.
with the 17-18 range.
I have my staff with me.
You do have your
something.
That's a natural
rather
13.
large.
That's a natural 13 for me as well.
Yo!
For a
What does your
15
staff
total.
do?
For a
That's my question.
15 total.
Yo! Here's the thing I'll give. That's really cool. The platform's falling. People are about to fall into the jungle.
Can I start
You can either
trying to help?
grab the two that would fall into the jungle below and keep them on the platform at risk of maybe some hit points, some natural damage, or on a 13 you'll be able 15 hits exactly. You guys can stay up top or at least eventually get to the area, but you don't know what's going to happen to these two.
If it's me and Namora, we're probably
I have my
Could take it.
jetpack.
Yeah,
And
we're
You
fine.
got the jetpack, you got that. It's possible that you two could be like, we're fine to get up.
Yeah.
I'll just lock eyes with you as we begin falling. Just nod.
Yeah.
You're good.
No, I'm gonna grab.
Oh, okay.
You're
What
gonna
about
grab-
what about the
would you
cat?
do the same
What
thing?
about the man who's
Wait,
taking
wait,
us?
My
Cool.
nod was, you
It's-
can let us go. It's okay.
Me
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm not gonna grab you.
Aaron-
I'm grabbing
Oh.
the other.
Treat shop. What was his name?
The
Frank.
other help.
It's okay. And
Frank, what was the
she's
guy's
like,
name?
Just go.
Just
Fall.
leave.
Where was the leader who we saw? Is he also
Well,
falling or is he
Tyler
not?
was able to grab with that earlier 13. I'll say the nat 20. It helps with like
Yeah.
you two that natural getting him above.
So
I'm going
what
to
did-
roll
what did
just
you do?
quick
I'm grabbing the
fire force. The
people,
other
other
guards
people.
that were
Yeah.
here, because a couple are falling. Go
Sweet,
ahead.
good.
Just 3 more points of
Okay.
what we're going to call bludgeoning damage. Just some
Ow.
natural rubble and debris and shrapnel from the minor explosions. But you two both stay up and can help keep just that a lot of the guardsmen up. As Aaron and Namora, you guys fall into
So
the jungle below.
I want to try something other than my jetpack and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So with my pole arm feat, I can get an opportunity attack. But what if I use that attack?
But
as like if there's like
grappling is
someone
an
like
attack.
grabs my spear because they're technically falling in range.
And
So
he-
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh.
I'm gonna say this is a real cool moment. 'Cause
Yeah.
normally, no.
Someone pass me my root.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
okay, and what is that?
Dex.
Dex. It's a
well,
dex
I
save.
suck with those. So that's
It's a sleight of hand because you're trying to do a complicated maneuver using a spear. Grab like you and there stabbing, throwing, like trying to do a bit of a whip upwards, right? Because you've got the natural body strength to do it. It's more just can you get the other stuff.
That's a 17.
17. Dope as hell, Namorum. You slam
Yeah!
into the falling rubble and steel and spring. The spear bends so close to the point of breaking, and you launch yourself upwards with air and grabbing that and full on at the arc curvature. Make it to the top. I need just one last deck save from both of you to land back up, or else you're about to fall back down. Because
Alright.
the structural support of where you're
Tell
jumping
me,
back
are
to
they
is broken.
nearby?
It's kind
And
of
I
they're
can give
jumping
a
to the other
bardic?
half of what just broke, if that makes sense.
I'll grab
Oh,
my
yeah.
staff.
Bardic.
And I'll just pull my staff.
Well,
from the
on
end of
whoever
and grab
needs
it.
it.
Help
Basically
action
priming it.
for sure, because you
Yeah.
guys are helping.
So
Bardic,
finding a bardic to
Bardic
be like,
and advantage, yes, because Tyler's doing this,
I'm gonna
and you two
definitely
grabbing
need
the
that
people that are
advantage.
falling.
I got a 22.
I'm
22.
gonna need
Yeah,
that
bardic,
advantage, please.
Bardic. Take the Bardic as well.
Yeah, I didn't roll the bardic, so.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang. Okay, that's a 12.
12.
Add a
We get a
D6.
D6.
Oh,
Yeah,
D6.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's an 18. Oh my gosh.
Very
I'm
carefully.
rolling low
What
today.
could have
Ugh.
thrown the party into who knows what. Everyone takes damage, swinging each other back up and in. flinging onto
Oh
the
my gosh.
ramparts, grabbing staff and rock and rubble. All of you are successfully able to stay up. I'm going to roll now with advantage a quick check. That's 18. Only 2 of the soldiers are lost.
How many were there?
How far?
20 total. 2 of the they fell in the explosion. It let alone push them. They just were falling. So
I jump off the edge after them.
you can use your jetpack to go grab. Go ahead. Give
yeah,
me with
jetpack.
advantage your own personal acrobatics check. Namorum, you could do the exact same thing with the jetpack if you want to.
Dirty 20.
I'm definitely gonna
Dirty
do
20.
that.
Because now that you're on stable ground, you can ignite jetpacks
Because I'm
basically.
thinking, like, if we let people, they're gonna think this was us. But if we're like actively endangering
Actively
ourselves
helping,
to
yeah.
save them, maybe
Hell
this
yeah.
will defuse the situation.
Yeah, the 2 people with
Question,
jetpacks is.
Did the guy in charge, did he tell us his title or just his name?
Not yet. Just his name.
Okay, what
Yet
was his name
giving.
again?
Akuth Misrash.
Akuth
Tell him we just saved his life and other people's lives, so there better be no crime.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Oh my gosh.
What did you
Hey,
give
do
it?
you
I
need
got
a guidance?
Dirty 20.
Dirty
I think I
20.
do. Like, holy
Guidance.
frickin'
Take a
A.
guidance.
So that D4.
Lawrence, I'll say it's that classic because Lawrence, you saved easy on the nat 20. That's why I'm alive. It's that like, quick, under the tree, he's falling.
fall.
Cucumber not falling.
I know what trees are!
He's used to plants and not falling. You know,
That's a solid 10.
solid 10.
Why need
Namorum, you see, you go in, you watch as his arm reaches out, as a tree branch impales through this dude's chest. Cracks off, he falls deeper into the lush vegetation below.
Well, we tried.
Nice second win.
That's what matters.
Second win for sure.
Can you bring his body back?
I'm definitely gonna
I will say the body, but on the 10, not able to grab in time before falling damage would have occurred. Given you grab this guy, and it's a rough go. That's like, wow, they're a lot more denser than you'd assume. Getting back up, second winning back up though.
Anybody need healing? I've got some spells.
All of you stop and look as Akuth has dropped to the ground. Akuth Misrush is standing there. He has got a horrifying shard jabbed under his
I am
ribcage.
immediately going to spare the dying on him.
That's where we're gonna pause our session, take our first break
Oh
today.
my god.
We'll see you all in
And
just
I've
a
got cure
moment.
wounds on me, so if you need to.
There's just Kai.
And we are back. Thank you those that waited through our break. Thank you guys.
Back
As
to terrorism.
fire and rock continuing to crumble down, all of you, save one of the soldiers of these Gortachi that fell, are on the platform. Akuth Mishrushro, you turn as you hear that. He has a shard of some sort of bomb shrapnel under his rib and looks bad.
Spare the dying.
Cool, you're the one that's
Immediately,
taking live.
medical professional. Some of the soldiers are running around, and you realize that they're head authority, like shouting. You think that's kind of the title for him. Spare the dying, though. Immediately, you start stabilizing his vial. I would like, though, with spare the dying, can you please make me a medicine check
Can I offer
on this species?
guidance?
Yes.
Guidance, yeah.
He was shot, right?
No,
No.
it's
What's
shrapnel,
the
like
shot?
a
He got
grenade.
shrapnel.
Just
Shrapnel.
I picked my character.
Yes, not sure.
Oh
I
boy.
picked mine.
I'm joking.
Math,
It's
baby.
classic.
I will say, you guys also did a great job because no one got split up or flown to the jungle. It's going to be much faster for you guys. Like, because part of it could have been, oh no, we got split up. Thankfully, the party is all here right now.
Yeah, be cool like that.
You guys cool like that? Like
It's on
A
me.
medicine check to see if spare the dying works.
27.
27. It is because on a 27, thankfully his xenobiology is enough to say like, okay, he's not so far out of what we would call a Homo erectus, Homo sapien style of body that shooting the correct injections in the site, you know how we flavor spare the dying, immediately stabilized. You know though, unless you either get him back to your ship or otherwise, he's gonna need immediate medical assistance with
I'm gonna
whatever
turn
sticking.
to the person who looks like they're taking charge, and I'm gonna talk to him and be like, "Listen, I can
Yes.
save his life and take the shrapnel out, but I either need to be him back on the ship. I need, if you're gonna carry him, I need you to not jostle him because I can't.
He's our head authority, of course. Whatever we.
I can't let it get in there deeper because then it makes my job a lot harder and you could bleed more. So we need to either get there if that's faster or wherever medical facility you have that's closest.
Why don't we just pull it out right now?
Because I don't have the proper tools to do it.
I'm gonna
Fine, just rip it out.
radio real quick, just comm badge. Forgot my rank for a second, but that doesn't matter. Aaron Shaw to confidence.
While this is going on.
All right,
The
we're gonna have to
jungle.
work with what's here.
Exactly.
Cool.
Let's get to a medical spot.
Immediate static.
Great.
I'm dead serious. If we rip it out, I think we'll be okay.
No.
He's got internal bleeding.
I'm gonna find.
That's where the blood's
so
supposed
she's
to be.
conversing with one of these guards that seems to know what they're doing. Is there another guy that seems to be in the know as well?
Yeah, this because it looks like there was like 2 platoons. So to
Okay,
speak,
cool.
about
So
10
I'll go
and
to the other commanding officer here. I'm like, do you know what could have caused this attack?
10. It was not you and your men.
No.
No.
We are unsure.
There's-
Of course, you are the thieves that
Wait,
were
please
stealing our
translate to
precious
this.
minerals.
Let us
Translate
get
this
your-
to someone. Maybe there's somebody disguising as Federation using an old ship of ours.
Maybe it's
Jack.
Jack.
There could be someone masquerading as our people as Starfleet. We do not steal. We
Well,
aid, but
that is
quickly,
yet to be
let's
seen.
get your head
Please.
authority. Let's get your head authority to safety first.
Yes, to us. Half of them you
More
see.
question.
A couple are coming behind just to like level guns. In that like we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You do realize though, like Gibbon pointed out, by making active checks to save their men and do a lot of it, already the soldiers remaining are not very afraid. Calm emotions did go off, right? Like on a lot of the soldiers. And on top of that, you guys don't look threatened. You've yet to pull any weapons. So a lot of these soldiers, even though...
I pull my weapon.
Right, well, just to make sure.
I pull my gun.
5 of them still
You're
have their
wrong.
weapons out,
So
but
that's
they're not
like
leveled at anyone. It's just that like they're making that rear guard on you
Wait,
guys.
is the shrapnel in him visible?
The shrapnel enough. It is that like
so
why
it,
don't
if
we cast-
I pulled it out and let's say I cast
I do have
Where's
one
you
of
can
my
pull out
spells,
metal.
like
No, why don't we just vaporize
have
the shrapnel?
cure
I'm
wounds.
hitting him.
No, that's too risky.
you don't yet know what the shrapnel is though.
I have cure wounds. I would like to be able to study the shrapnel.
Can I do the
so that I
same?
can see if it is of our Starfleet grade or if
Okay.
it is.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say-
like a big
Actually,
old-
no.
Is
You
this-
don't,
is
I'll
it
do the
rebar
cure
or
wounds
is
so
it
you can
worse?
focus more on that.
No, I
You want to do it?
want to.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. You're gonna make me a nature check. I'll let you know right now. It is a DC 20. 20. This is
Guidance.
Guidance already.
You just chew up those spell slots. No, guidance.
Guys,
is
cantrip. That's the best part of guidance. Free D4s.
Does anyone want to give me the help action?
Sure.
I do have cure
It's a
wounds.
big
if you need
freaking
to,
piece of
so-
Cure wounds, you might need to be prepping, kind of like Lars does cure wounds, because in
Yeah.
case he starts getting
Wait,
worse.
do we have to be proficient in it?
Not for this style of campaign.
Okay.
I usually like in case.
Could
it's
I
like,
offer help action because I am a plant?
well, in combat, I do require a proficiency because it's combat. It's that like split second. You can't just like I'm gonna help you be an acrobat, even though I've got
But
a
in this
-5.
instance, there's time for me to like sit and hold the flag.
Exactly.
Oh, hey.
Like,
I'm at the more you know. Okay. 12 plus 6 plus what? A D4
You're at 18 right now.
plus 2 more.
20 exactly. This was part of the bomb that went off. Whatever was well hidden into this platform, and is in of itself titanium.
Can I?
You would
use...
accidentally vaporize someone else before you even got close to destroying
Yeah,
whatever's in this
I
system.
can't
Oh,
destroy this.
I have a lore question.
Lore question, as you figure this out, yes, and then
First, that might determine asking this question. Where are we roughly located on the map? Because if we're
on the
anywhere
map,
near the neutral
it
zone,
looks like on the map you are actually far away from the neutral
Good.
zone,
that
but you're about 2
negates my-
sectors outside of Earth system, going that
negates
galactic east.
my next question.
You're good. No more.
Okay, so I want to do a little bit of investigation because I want to see, like, even though it's a bomb, there still could be like fingerprints right
Oh,
next
yeah.
to our stuff around, and that is
I-
17 on both rolls.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say I'd give you the help action on that.
Yeah.
but-
I'm mainly gonna just now focus on using what medical supplies I have, casting my, you know, cure wounds
Nice.
and removing as much shrapnel as I can.
Slowly
while keeping
removing.
him alive.
The
Not letting him
shrapnel
bleed
you're
out.
able to get is bits of the bomb and surrounding area that wasn't titanium, is what you're noticing, because in of itself, imagine trying to grab wet ice is what this thing feels like. It's harder than diamond and just so terrifyingly perfect mineral wise that getting
I'm
the little
perfect.
pieces,
I'm
Is it
too
like also
perfect.
sharp, or is it?
it's not so much of sharp, thankfully. The edge, of course, that went in was sharper to the jagged point. The rest is blunted around. Because sharp is you might be able to, as gross as it sounds, find something to jam in, right? Create that, like,
Well, I was
obviously
gonna
not
say,
your
well,
hands.
I was just gonna start grabbing.
Well, grabbing, or like using like wood or cloth to like try to catch an edge. It's blunted
What if
enough that it just
psionic?
makes that like, psionic would be hard though, because again, if you're not careful, this mineral, it could just start bouncing off.
You just want me to.
This is again
General
what's
medicine.
starting to be used in like Starfleet whole plating
Alright,
of like we
you
want
just
this.
want me to make a general medicine check.
General medicine. You get that 17.
Do you
No
need
more
guys for
given,
that?
kind of
It's
doing
a
that.
nat 13
Didn't
plus
the
7.
Orion pirates drill into the ship with some of this stuff?
Because
Catching on to what
drive up.
Those pirates.
Don't worry, Orson's working on that.
Orson's working. This
He's
is in
not
fact though
Well, right now, let's
the
worry about
material
it.
used. I will get to that in a second. No worries on the nat.
Do you
13.
need guidance?
Nah, this is a nat 13 plus 7.
Namorum and Gibbon,
Okay.
you guys looking through, this bomb looks like some of the equipment used by the Orion pirates when they drilled into your ship.
And we're in an Orion system.
Or a system where they understand the basics of an Orion as a language to
Where they
communicate.
have
Okay.
preyed on Federation ships and are able to commandeer and take over.
Okay, well, right now, we'll talk to him later. Right now, this leader is priority.
Oh, of
number
course.
one.
Any-
So we'll ask questions later.
I'm
Because they kind of owe us questions after we save their leader.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Clever.
I think I would shoot that off towards the ship, though. I know the captain's not on,
Oh, I already tried. We just got static.
but we can send messages.
You can say that. You just
They
don't
won't
know if
really
they're
know
receiving.
the
It's not like
difference.
eventually
Oh,
they
yeah,
go
there's
through.
people there. I'm
As
just saying,
soon
like,
as they
in
get
case shit
internet
hits the fan
access.
here, that way they
Yeah.
at least know what
Yeah,
we
that-
found
that's-
upstairs.
It's exactly
It's kinda
when
like getting
Strike
internet
Team
access
was
fiber
on
optics
Starbase Alkali.
from messages.
Afterwards,
happened
you
to
guys
us
got
when we
back
were
to
on
the
base.
ship, and it's like,
Oh,
oh, we just had a
gotcha.
backlog of messages. They will go through. It's just that, like, when.
Got internet access?
Yeah, right? And suddenly your DMs blow up.
Wi-Fi gets turned back on.
But we like you, August. No.
Sorry, stupid.
Our
What did you
food
do?
keeps blowing up.
As
They turn on the
on the nat 13, your options right now are this: get them in your shuttle and get to the ship fast. Could work. just there's a lot of variables of space travel with injured persons, right? In theory, the system you're in, these people should have their own equipment because the Tritanium here should indicate that they have access to similar technological advancement in medical supplies. So that's kind of your choice to pose the group of.
Is the ship?
It makes
Well,
more
and I
sense
have
if
a
we're at low
mechanical question. Is the shrapnel preventing him from receiving hit points back? Because he's sitting at 0, right?
Imagine he's constantly losing like probably what we would call a hit point a minute. And so it's like the Spare the Dying keeps him from, of course, we can kind of comfortably keep him at 0 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually we're going to need to start casting like Cure Wounds, but then watch as they just keep going away.
Okay.
I have the physical.
It would make
Sweet.
more sense if we went somewhere local. We can't change taking him into space.
No, I don't want a chance bumping him into something, so I'm gonna talk in Orion to the local whatever. Like, I need you to carry him to the best local medical facility. I can get this out. I know how to do it. I just
Awesome.
need equipment.
Here we go. I'm going to need, it's going to come in waves of 3. You're only about a half mile away, or maybe more like a half a kilometer is a better way to put it. I'm going to need group athletics checks.
Who needs help?
For those that have access to jetpacks, you can either give yourself
I say
auto
we should
success
take-
or give someone else advantage.
Can I ask
I'm giving.
if at the cost of maybe we have a little less time, let's try to not take main routes, because if there are more bombs,
I will say, on the main routes, the question then becomes,
How far away are we from our shuttle?
from the shuttle, it's on the other side of just now that like gap in the road, shall we say? You could. That's why the choice was we could just jump to our shuttle and start using it, but who knows what's going to happen there?
Oh, I thought the choice was go to the shuttle
Oh.
and go out of it, like into space. But if I can just hop over to the shuttle and bring it over, we can just load into our Starfleet
Mhm.
shuttle and fly like 5 feet above the ground, you know, and just.
Or
Get
would
over
we
quicker
use?
that
Or
way.
would we ask them if they should use their planetary shuttle?
Y'all got
since they're
911?
more accustomed to?
I don't
What?
speak Orion.
Yeah, I know, right? What are you saying, or what you
It
heard?
was just like
Hythotzium invented.
Do you have transportation?
No, say invented.
Just
what you're saying?
translating, sort of.
Translator. I need a translator.
Yeah.
Do you have transportation?
do you have transportation that we?
We
can-
would have to summon for our transportation.
We have our transportation here. Would you like us to use it?
I need a persuasion check, DC 17.
You have a free Bardic.
Free
I have a
Bardic.
lot.
Would you like a double Bardic?
Right now,
we'll see.
it's only 17 because you guys have done a lot. Nor if without all the good you've done, this would have been an impossible check. Right now, they are really down for like fine, whatever
So
works.
that is a 19 total.
I'm a diplomat, guys.
As of
But
mine,
not.
just
We
doesn't
shall
work
go
too
in your
well.
shuttle.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
They are going to keep their weapons on you just in that, like, we trust you enough for the shuttle, nothing
Understandable,
more. Heading off into the shuttle, here's what I need.
Did you still want those acrobatics?
No longer, as what would have been like a leg journey of like, let's run together.
Athletics.
I now need, Lawrence, you were still the one saying you were going to pilot.
Yeah.
I need a piloting check, what we're going to call
After
a...
you're piloting?
Religion. I think we said religion was its parallel, which is
You're-
why I've been doing it because I put expertise in
really?
that.
Well, it's like both
Wait,
of you.
religion
Well,
What do you add to it?
Yeah, what's your
No, I had a.
Wait, is religion
Also, would it be
about
my
tech?
religion as well, or
Make a wish. It's 420.
well,
would it be my strength?
It's it could, well. Here's the thing: we're playing a little loose with piloting this campaign.
Uh-huh.
You use your strength to pilot. Lawrence is using his intelligence, or wisdom. shall
Oh,
we
we
say.
can use
I
whatever
thought it
we
was. I thought it was like.
Oh,
my
I
willpower
thought it was a
and charisma.
specific stat.
What?
I thought it was charisma.
Right.
Religion's
Yeah.
Again, when I
I
say
can
we're
use-
playing loose with piloting checks,
Does that mean I can use
Then
Light of
plus
Hand to
9.
pilot?
basically.
Plus 9.
Plus 9. Let me just double check on something.
Because I maxed out my charisma and took expertise.
Okay, so piloting isn't a specific stat then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's a plus 7. Wait, yeah, plus 7, but I have advantage.
Mhm.
I offer the help action then.
Well, he already has advantage.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Bardic.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Okay,
so
sweet. Yeah,
you
I
can
think
be the
you
one.
sit
The
down
I
wheel.
on
can't
the
bardic
fence and
myself,
just
I'm like,
grab your cucumber
Artie,
and
Artie, here's what you're gonna want to do. You know,
It's just-
I'll leave that. Make sure you
Go low
can
and
shut
slow. Yeah.
I will not
Go
shut
ahead.
up
Kiss it
until
like
we're
you're
safe.
kissing your
That was
sister.
fun.
Do new pilot check.
Just
kiss the ground
like you're kissing your sister. A
You need to
A little
find
switch
her.
it.
Kiss it.
25.
I said kiss it.
25, easily beating,
The best bitch
5
ever.
above,
We
I'm
did
gonna
little
say-
crack, kiss your sister.
beating a high DC by 5 already. Halfway to their city. Gibbon, immediately you see coming up, all of you on one of your screens, there is an ion storm approaching. Just like the ion storm that hit the Confidence right before they went to warp to avoid it. You know the
In planet?
second across the planet. You know the second this ion storm hits, electronics are shot, Gibbon. But with a 25, you cool as a cucumber, pun intended, pedal to the metal, straight shot. Guards are screaming at you. You do not speak their language. What you're just hearing, stop when the storm hits, we'll be knocked out. And screaming up to what is this main Capitol building, this rising pillar out of the sky. Immediately land on a 25 as storm passes.
Beep, beep.
And the electronics shut down.
Red light.
Well, I rolled a natural 20 on that medicine check, by the way, to get it out. So 27.
Make
You
progress.
have done the big part on a nat 20 using, I will say, the natural inertia of Gibbon's, shall we say, piloting skills. Waiting for the right moment of turn, you use the torque of the ship to your advantage and watch as using your tricorder and subtle medical tools prepped in shuttle 92, this piece of titanium pops out and clatters to the ship. Immediately, blood.
I immediately stopped the bleeding.
Stop the bleeding. I will say we're going to need at least 2 other people to use some
Here.
sort of medical check. Lawrence, you're already giving Bardic.
Oh frick.
2 other people, so out of the
got
remaining
you.
3.
Roll the bardic. Let me see how much.
I mean, I can just cast it.
And
Yeah,
I get the D6.
Well, what's going to happen
Yeah.
is you're doing the
You
nat
need that
20. We need
helps
at least
in
2
the-
other people to
Ah.
either do
26.
some sort of
Yeah.
medicine check or give like some sort of healing spell to start some of the other
That's a
block.
natural 20.
Nat
I only
20,
got an 11.
Yeah.
11. Tyler, would you like to either do a spell or a check?
I got a natural 13 on the check.
Can I put that
What?
in my
For
cure wounds,
what
actually?
would be the total?
This music stressed me out.
I know
15
it's intense music for this
50.
50.
operation.
Gibbon has it
In-
on the speakers and he just turns it up.
Gibbon, like, you look back, see this, like, slowly coming out of his chest and just crank. Immediately, Alice, you pull out the tritanium. Tyler Namorum, as blood starts to fill the gap, immediately that cure wound starting to solder, close off the wounds, putting pressure. And it is a successful check.
Okay, that is a. Okay.
Dear
As
Lord, if they
you
don't
both-
like us after this.
Okay, that is a
We're just
10
like, we'll go.
for hit
It's
points
fine.
that he
Yes.
gets.
Leave.
Nice meeting you.
Oh no, Tyler would
10
know
hit
about
points.
that.
He still needs to get to some sort of heavy medical facility. The timer, though, having that off, is he'll be losing a hit point every half hour now. But that's much better stability-wise than every minute a hit point down, which gives you no time at all when he's at, like, 3 hit points. Now, with 10, you've got a couple hours, but you know he's going to need medical attention.
Is he still at the point where he needs our medical attention, or could people from his
More their medical
Sweet.
attention.
Where's their medical bay? Or
It's
what?
more like he came in from a terrible car crash. They did emergency surgery, and now he's stable, but he's definitely gonna.
He still needs proper.
He's gonna have a couple days in the hospital, but
Yeah.
not necessarily in the ICU.
Yeah, kind of deal.
So let's pass this guy off and talk to somebody else.
I will say,
I
you
think this
can
is
also...
somebody else.
The ion storm is passed.
Second in command.
Drive,
Um,
just
In this,
drive.
you need someone should have to fix the shuttle though before you leave.
On it.
Again,
How
thankfully-
far are we from the medical bay?
medical bay for them it's just like a few stories down of these large rise buildings.
We need to
You
fix the
could go with to start helping more.
We need to
Tyler.
fix the ship.
Okay.
How many feet are we talking
going down.
How many feet we talking? Oh, I'll be nice. I'll say it's only like 120 feet.
If I bonus action dash and action dash, which cunning action allows me, I have 120 movement speed.
Hell yeah.
I can't just carry him.
Tyler, as all these soldiers go to like pick up their head authority, Akuth Misraj sitting there, patch bleeding, Cauterized wound. You all watch Tyler, dude from 21st century, one arm, second arm, and you start taking off. Go ahead and take a point of inspiration for some damn fine Starfleet personnel acting. You are taking the heat, but putting your life on the line there. Because immediately the soldiers are screaming like, what are you doing?
I'm
like,
grabbing them, I'm telling Aaron, just tell him I'm getting this guy's help.
He's a professional.
What? As you take off to
He's
like
a medical
now.
professional, he's just helping.
Don't worry.
Take off.
As long as
I'll
you're not
fix the
fighting
ship.
me, you're all charmed by
And
me.
it's a
It's okay.
religion.
Yes.
For ship. Okay, that is a
You won't like me, right?
6.
Okay.
They have to.
That is a 26.
26. Lords, you gotta fix the ship. Nemorum's fixed it for
I was
you.
like, oh, come on!
In this moment, the soldiers, one of them is going to turn. You see,
I was
My
busy
name
stuck
is-
behind this guy.
my name is Kano. I am the first in authority next. Are you... What are you people?
We are delegates of Starfleet.
We
Your
have been
friends.
hurt by your Starfleet, as people with this color insignia have come before.
I don't think they're actually a part of Starfleet. We've been having trouble with some pirates coming onto ships, stealing equipment. They might have stolen uniforms, other things, posing as Starfleet.
Describe the Orion race to them and ask if that's.
I described the Orion race to them.
Ooh,
Yes.
in the masks, the pirate war.
They were green, like
All of
your
them?
compatriot. This is why we were very concerned that you were like them.
We are not affiliated. They have stolen from us as well. We are here to aid you.
Not here.
If you'd like for my charmer feat, make an insight check.
We'll need it. That was actually pretty good. I'll say they rolled an 18.
18.
Wait, is this a charisma or
Yes.
wisdom or
It's
intelligence?
well, no, but this is an ability. It's not a check.
An ability?
I'm making it.
Character
Yeah,
check,
it's a
not
Oh,
a
persuasion
character
check
ability.
not
versus-
related to
yeah.
that bard
Yeah, yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
No, it was a
that's
good thing
double
to
check.
check.
I also got an 18.
18.
So they meet.
They meet.
So they are not charmed, but it's not magical, so there's no weird
You
shenanigans.
have done
with it.
much to help, of course, our race. The Gortachi are... I speak on behalf of them and my people that we are apologetic for our introductions. You have done much to help us.
And we apologize for the unfortunate wrong introduction, not even really our introduction of our people.
Well, then I, personally, as Kano of the Gortachi, offer as my people our heartfelt gratitude and hope for future communications with your Starfleet. As they go in, I will say at this point, you guys well and truly did so much in like a short amount of time. No one got split up. No one got seriously injured.
And only
Tyler
one person
within
died.
an hour, like died, and that was just like, dude, only losing one soldier to an explosion assassination trap, like that's incredibly good. I will say. As you are all fixing, the rest of the mission is going to go very smoothly. Setting up a communication station, helping heal Akuth Mithrush. The rest of you getting all this ready, explaining, of course, like what the Federation is, the planets around. We're all part of the system. We'd love to set up communications and codes so that you guys can contact us, that we can stay in communication.
As well as help you with your pirate problem.
Mm-hmm. To which, of course, they are really appreciative. Their plan, they've noticed, it's that imagine Earth, like, suddenly over the past 3 months, all the nations realize, dude, someone's been here and just mining all of the minerals in our planet without us noticing. Like, they were
It's like,
really on edge.
Friggin' like national nations. Germany's like, have you guys noticed that all the coal is disappearing? Is that just me?
Where's the oil?
We have been losing thousands of gallons of oil. What the fuck? Like, everyone... No, yeah, like, because
I'm looking at you.
immediately everyone's going to point at each other, but when you realize it's no one, it's like, who's coming to our planet and stealing resources?
Hello?
And then you guys show up and it's like, it's you, right? Like, as this happens, I will say...
Sorry. I'll take the cat.
Gibbon.
Yeah.
Any metal for a project.
I need you to make me a perception check as you're all finishing up this
My leg.
mission.
The leg hurts.
I'm actually going to use my lily dice. That's a bummer. It's only
12?
no, it's
12 you said.
my passive perception is 14.
Yeah.
If I can take that instead.
Unfortunately not. Because in this moment, this is an active perception that would have been needed to make, if that makes sense. I'm going to pull up just one last bit of music.
It's your dad.
Sure.
Father.
Father.
I think I killed him.
Father, help me.
Child
we
of
do.
the sun.
Father,
Given
help! Oh my god!
sitting by the shuttle transport, everything is going pretty well. It's that, like, you're having that moment of, okay, they're set, like, again, Alpha Shift's doing their of, like, let's set up the communication station, Tyler's finishing up at the med bay. The ship was fixed actually really fast, so that's not the problem. You feel the muzzle of something put into the small of your back, and they whisper in your ear, shh, 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 I just need to talk for 2 seconds, okay? I'm just gonna talk. Don't make a sudden movement. I really don't want to blow your spine out.
That'd be unfortunate.
Now, I am, of course, perturbed. We had a bit of a good thing going on this planet. But I shouldn't be surprised after our failed attempt on your ship that you would have followed us back here.
Actually, this is... You're not gonna believe this, but we had no clue you were here.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
I
okay.
know, right? That's
Wow.
insane. I mean, we figured it out once we got here, but like...
Yeah, I would have
No,
assumed.
yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
No
Yeah,
other.
Not even a little bit.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, sorry.
Ah.
Wait, what?
August, I'm gonna text you something.
Good. Nice, yeah.
Also, at this point, has Dahina told the party? Because I know in our last session we knew. but I don't know
Dahina
if
would
you-
have told the
Okay,
party.
sweet. And like, can I see in our ship's rear
Okay,
view
no.
mirror who it is that has a
Your
gun
ship's
to my
rearview mirror.
back?
There is an Orion woman in full pirating gear, jaunty little hat, fun leather coat, and you see it's enough to note she's not bluffing. You can't tell exactly the weapon, but something is in her hand enough to, like, put in your back.
And where's
That's always important of, like, is there a real weapon?
where's
Yeah, it's not
everybody
just her
else?
finger.
This is while you guys are finishing up the natural, like, we've finished up the medical checks on this guy, we've set up their communication station. I will say in this last moment, you just hear that this woman, who now that you look for Gibbon, strong resemblance to Dahina.
But enough I can tell them apart, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, I just wanted to say, nothing caught me more off guard than when my little tracker droid in your ship system found my sister's name.
Question. Did a little shit by the name of Jack Hilton. Was he involved in any way in getting you into this? No?
Who?
Not Rita? Okay, never mind. I just... literally the biggest ass in the world, but he got
Oh.
kicked off the ship before.
Honey,
You know,
listen.
don't even worry about it. Go back, your tracker droid.
Right.
Dahina.
Continue.
Sorry.
This just has the same.
I'm not
energy
good
of
at being
Ant-Man
the one
first,
in
so, like,
danger.
Listen,
I literally, normally I'm the one with the gun, so...
I'll give you this. Actually, no. Will you give me... We're going to make this in the box of doom.
oh no.
This is going to be a persuasion check
Oh my gosh.
to...
Oh my god.
I will say, if you fail, it's not that it's bad,
Right,
but
I'm a
if you succeed, you could get something really good in this moment.
Move this out of the way.
The 22 is coming in, but there's a natural timer Namorum.
Wait, what? Could you say
That's
that one more
plus
time,
3.
August? I didn't.
Plus 3. Your 22 is coming to effect, but it's on a timer, so to speak.
What?
It's on a timer?
On a synthetic 5.
Crap.
You're cute. You're not that smart. I don't think we're going to be on your ship anytime soon. That's why I want you to deliver this message. I want you to tell my interesting, little sister. There's always spots available on board my ship. And if I ever were to get tricked into boarding your ship again, to be a little more careful of being aboard so that we can have some time together.
You were tricked into coming aboard?
Did I say that?
Where'd you get the intel?
What did you hear?
No, I'm the gaslighter. You tell me what you said.
Wait.
Damn it, this is really bad.
Have a nice rest of your day, Commander Gibbon. As...
Wait. What's your name?
What's your name?
Side eye off to the side. She hits a button. Transporter goes off as spear immediately into the side ship, right where her head would have been. Nemorum,
I had another idea.
you were running instead of that.
I wanted to blow her arm off.
Unfortunately,
Dang it.
I see that now.
Stop blowing
I
holes
will
in the
say,
ship!
she had made a similar perception because she's like, I'm doing something very dangerous right now. You go, boom, boom, hits the side of the transport, easily fixable, but would have destroyed a person. Leaves. As you guys did ruin a bit of her whole thing, and that's what we were here by accident. No way.
Wait, what?
All of you can then come together, and Gibbon, would you tell everyone about what just happened here, or would this be like a...
I wouldn't implicate Dahina in anything.
Yeah.
But I'd just be like, oh yeah, one of the pirates, turns out they thought we were here on purpose for them. Isn't that hilarious, guys? No, but anyway, they did, you know,
Wait.
I could have died in the shuttle, so we definitely did.
You were caught off guard.
Well, yeah, I was
Okay.
listening to music.
After saying the here on purpose, I'm kind of sweating bullets because Aaron, you know the last words someone said to me. I'll find you.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about relating pirates to pirates for some reason.
Aaron, having finished up...
Is there a connection there?
You just set up...
Why do you
Again,
keep playing pirates,
Aaron,
man?
you've
I
been
don't
doing
know!
such a good job of like, okay, we set up the transporter station, we
so
set up
good.
communications, Kuth in the medical bay, done my job. And so coming back, pirates and pirates. Weird. Weird connection to make. For the rest of you, though, transport's getting up, and after a moment, each of you would get the combat. Alpha Shift commanders can come in. Come in.
Hello?
That's not Captain McTavish, is it?
No, you realize this is First Officer Katira on the line.
Okay.
First officer, we're here.
Hi, yeah, we had a bit of, was there an ion storm on planet? We lost communication with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, there was.
Alright, is everything okay? I'm noticing we got transporter and communications open to the planet.
I'm just letting you talk. Yeah.
First contact has been completed successfully. I do have an official report I'd like to make to you or the captain when we're back aboard the ship. Something pertaining to the Orion pirates who boarded us.
Head on back right now. We're finishing up on the other two planets. Let's come on back.
Understood.
We will say our adieus.
You see, Akuth, Miss Rush, they're not anywhere close to our level of medical technology, of course, yet. So he is still very much in a bit of a transporter chair. That's going to take him another couple days to heal out of that heavy.
Professor X.
Very much, yeah. It's the Charles Xavier level of like, I'm in a little floating chair coming up.
Nice.
It was a very task to explain to the doctor what happened when I got with the body. It was just like...
This whole montage of Tyler pantomiming the entire event, and then and just like everything while these doctors are operating. Going, does anyone speak his? What is he saying? Who is this person?
Why did we send the one medical personnel who can't speak Orion?
I will say
You two are the only ones who can speak.
Oh,
Right?
No!
I'm just good at running.
I speak a lot of languages.
Please, of course, with Nemorum, Gibbon, and Aaron, please also take a point of Starfleet inspiration for behaving admirably on a mission, saving the lives of the indigenous persons and races, fulfilling duty parameters, and creating peace, and of course, protection and integration of the Federation into the sport of this new planet. Of course, everyone is still doing well. But as you are all getting ready to leave, head back to the ship, is there any last things people want to do here, find out, or say? Can I dig
honestly,
now, these are an advanced species, right? They know rock.
If it's their technology, imagine like Earth's technology in about 80 years from now.
Okay.
But still
Okay.
not spacefaring.
They got rock
Not
and roll.
Federation.
They got rock and roll.
See if I can take just like a few plants just for research.
I have to let you know, on a natural 1,
No, they do not.
not only they have banned rock and roll for being in fact detrimental to the learning process, and only play smooth jazz on their planet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Do they know any other types of jazz? I want to know if I can spread music across the galaxy.
Only smooth jazz.
Can I spread music across the galaxy is what I'm saying. Some of the more calmer songs I've got.
You can, but this is their planet's only music genre for the past 20 years.
I'm gonna
Is this?
vomit.
I'm sure.
I will, as the current diplomat of the situation, something also customary that Starfleet likes to do is we like to take samples of flora, such as
I want to steal your people and animals.
Go,
go, grab!
Give us the
plants
people.
either
Fauna, Merriweather,
that have been of use in your technology, or
Your ferrets,
plants
get
that
'em.
are simply beautiful to look at, in which we could take to study.
You see Akut, please, he holds out to you guys the giant piece of tritanium that was lodged inside him, let alone one of our very wonderful minerals we use in our technology. But please, take a sampling of our... they come up, a scientist walks up with what we would call like a briefcase, or just this like kind of hover box, with a lot of different seed samples and stuff from their planet. So, hands this giant... I should say, and when I say giant, this is the size of like 2 human heads worth of tritanium.
It's bigger than me.
Bigger than
Orson
Lawrence.
could use that.
Orson could use it because this is the exact stuff the pirates use. So, handing off the tritanium, people kind of moving around, they hand over this kind of gift box worth of seeds and different flora of their plant. Like, yes, we have lush vegetation that we've explored and cultivated. And so you guys gain
Any
some of that stuff.
alcohol?
They're heavy drinkers.
Can I play music for them? It's like,
Oh, you're down? Hell yeah. They pull out kegs on a nat 20.
why did you get a nat 20 for that, but a 1 for the music?
For saving my life, a keg for each of you.
Thank you for your generosity.
This is a wine that has been distilled through with wheat with psychedelic properties, meaning when you drink it, you'll gain the effects of the foresight spell for 1 turn of combat.
Immediately.
Mhm.
I'm texting
How many
Polly,
charges
like,
of that
we
is
Once you have
out
drunk it
tonight.
once, your body will immediately become used to it and it won't happen again. So,
Okay.
you drink it once, you'll have 1 round combat with a foresight spell, advantage on everything.
Oh.
But then your body will immediately go, and I'm used to it. And then it's
I'm
just
putting it in a sippy cup.
it's a
and
really
saving it for
nice,
later.
what we call like
That is-
scotch
Okay.
type
Oh,
consistency.
I'm 100% texting Patty on the sideline, like, I got something.
Would
God,
we be
the-
able to take one for our captain as well?
Oh, please, yes, for your head authority as well.
I'm just imagining this is the size of like this.
That is
Oh, yeah.
terrifying.
What they
Tavish with
What
foresight.
they call kegs is more like cylindrical, like what we would think of a Four Loko
It's like a
type canister.
Question:
Oh,
could I put mine in
Yeah.
a sippy cup and just save it?
Yeah,
for
get
later?
ready.
Full story.
It's a gift. I will say, you guys did incredibly
Yeah,
well
take
on this
that.
mission, which should have
Oh my gosh.
had much
Give it to
more
your rats.
terrifying stuff.
No, 'cause then I wouldn't be able to grab them.
It's the rats. If I dip my rats in it.
Yeah, what if you give them so many
It's like
that
an
they start
hors d'oeuvre.
procreation with it, and every time you
Just
drink
stir
a
a
rat,
little
you
rat
get
in
this,
the drink.
I just kill the rat and like open its mouth and pour it in there, and then it's like a little. Instead of sipping, I just like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
First time you use it. Foresight spell for a round. It's advantage on
Wow.
everything.
Fantastic.
You're driving back then.
Before we leave, I think I'm gonna pull Alice aside and be like, "Will you translate for me for just a hot second.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go back up to the second in command guy who was
Yeah.
talking about the Orion Pirates.
Kanar, yeah.
Yeah, and just ask him like, were you saying they looked like me because they were green, or because they actually like genetically looked like my same species?
Reverend Dick Scavenge.
Reverend Scavenge! You
Robert
part
Dick
dick for that?
Scabbard.
No, you see, going back, just yes, the green of the skin. We assumed that the pigmentation was, of course, your standard, seeing you all, but being in comparison, someone with the same.
I just
Color.
look up at him.
I guess
So
you
they're
have
just
black green
racist.
people.
Okay. We can go.
It's not easy
Hey
being
man, it's
green.
Star Trek. Everything's about
Big.
racism.
It's not easy
They
being green.
tackle a lot of these topics.
Xenophobia.
As you all smooth jazz playing in the background, last little thing to Morum as you're flying off.
I will say, like, even though compared to like the fun, he's just like not even going to like. He's gonna give Given the cold shoulder because he is just disappointed in
Ooh.
that like he was taken off guard on a mission.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not like,
It's
damn.
like, you were doing this good, and then it's like you could have been better. Like, you know,
More
it's always
just
gonna be
pouting.
better. Like
All the way back to
I
the
will point out as well, there was no harm that came to me. I got information from the person who was interrogating me.
That's
Like,
true.
Even
I mean,
so,
no,
he
I
will.
definitely,
you know,
it was a failure, but like, take the failure with the victories that it comes with. you
Yeah.
know?
just the cold shoulder all the way back.
And I think everything's
I mean-
fine because Norm's just quiet anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
Great,
It's like-
we're on a good spot.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's good you got information, but it should have been the other way around with what you can do.
That's true.
That's his thought
No,
process.
absolutely.
And
Information gained.
In any
Is that
situation,
be
you should
shared or
get
just
with
It's
that
like
guy.
you
I
should
gotta
have been
tell
the
the
one
captain
that was
this.
interrogated.
as the
I shared
smooth
everything
jazz
except for
into the
peanuts.
stars,
Okay, I'm like,
that's where we're going to
Oh.
end today's session.
All right.
Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
bye bye.
Bye.
Boy.